Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amsyah bin Azhar. I'm here to present about introduction of coal power generation. First, coal is one of the oldest source of energy used by human. It is a fossil fuel created from peat or decaying. Second, it is the main source energy for electricity production world. This means coal is the main source of the carbon emission in the world. Third, coal is burned to produce a heat and electricity. By burning coal in boiler to produce steam under tremendous pressure, flow into turbine which spin a generator to create electricity. And the fourth, coal is composed primarily of carbon alone with variable quantities such as sulfur, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Fifth, in the 1882, Thomas Edison created a first coal-fired electricity generating station in New York City. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I'm going to talk about theory thermal power plant. This is the figure of operation of thermal power plant. How coal power plant produce electricity? The conversion coal to electricity can be simplified into 3 stages. Stage 1, the first conversion of the energy takes place in the boiler. Coal is burned in the boiler furnace to produce heat. Carbon in the coal and the oxygen in the air combine to produce carbon dioxide and heat. Stage 2. Stage 2 is the heat from the combustion of the coal boils water to the boiler to produce high pressure steam. The steam is then piped to the turbine. The high pressure steam impinges across the number of set of blades in the turbine. The impulse and the thrust of the steam rotate the turbine, and then the steam is condensed to repeat the cycle. The final stage is rotation of the turbine rotates the generator rotor to produce electricity based on Faraday's principle of electromagnetic induction. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Gazi, and I will be discussing about the mathematical model of the coal generator. So, mathematical model of a process can be developed only with the complete knowledge of the input and the output process. From the figure, it is understood the specific energy in the coal fuel energy. As we can see, the equation is about energy balance is EZR plus EP1 plus EP2 plus EP3 equal to QUZ plus EVP1, EVP2, EVP3 plus QOT. That is the formula for the energy balance equation. So the process is about before the coal is burned, so it is pulverized small into dust, so that is shoved into a funnel with hot air. Then purified water is placed so that it can turn into steam. Then the steam turns turbine. After that, and finally, steam turns back into water, and the process is repeated. So that is for the coal fuel energy.
Today I've been presenting about comparison between 3 coal power generation plants. So the first one, coal-fired power plants. Coal-fired power plant is a project name from Balingan Coal-Fired Power Plants, location Balingan, Sarawak, by company Sarawak Energy. Total power generated is 600 megawatts. For second one, steam electric coal-fired power plants. Steam electric coal-fired power plants at Jima Power Project. Location is Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan. Company is Jima Power Sdn Bhd. Total power generated is 1,400 megawatts. So this is the operation. And lastly, coal power plant at Sarawak, Mukah Port Sarawak. Project name Mukah Power Plant. Location Mukah Sarawak. Company Sarawak Energy. Its generates total power is 270 megawatts.
Today I want to presenting about advantage, disadvantage, coal power generation and environmental issue. Advantage of coal as power plant fuel. First is reliability. One of the greatest advantage of a coal-fired plant boiler is reliability. Second is affordability. Energy produced from the coal-fired plant is cheaper and more affordable than other energy source. And last one is abundance. There are approximately over 300 years of economic coal deposits still accessible. Then, disadvantage of coal-fired power plant. First is greenhouse gas emission. It cannot be denied that coal leave behind harmful byproduct upon combustion. And second is mining destruction. Mining of coal not only result in the destruction of habitat and scenery. And last one is generation of millions of waste. Lastly, conclusion. As you may see from the foregoing explanation, coal has a fair share of potential downside and negative. It has been essential in human development, but it's not necessarily what we should depend on as a source of energy.